Dragon Quest VII Reimagined demo is freaking sweet, I gotta say. After playing the game on normal mode, I was thinking that they dumbed it down for the modern audience, or game journalists, or pussies. And in doing so, I felt like they had lost a significant part of what makes Dragon Quest Dragon Quest. For example, one of the unique aspects of Dragon Quest games is that you have a limited amount of inventory space to keep healing herbs. To be fair, they may not have kept that mechanic in Dragon Quest XI, but I can't remember. And I admittedly don't even remember if they had that in the original Dragon Warrior 7 on the PS1. But I assume they did because they had it in Dragon Quest VIII. I can remember that quite vividly. And in removing that, along with removing the mechanism that each character has their own individual inventory that only they can access during combat, removes a degree of the immersion and removes a dimension of the gameplay from the turn-based combat. Because who has what is always going to be relevant to your strategy. And turn-based combat needs all the interaction, strategy, and immersion it can get, so as not to devolve into a mindless game of attack, heal. This isn't Vampire Survivors, okay? The numbers are arguably the most important aspect of an RPG, but the choices you make are supposed to be a very close second. So anyway, I had this whole script written out about all that, and then I decided to go and replay the demo on hard mode. So now I'm going to tell you the thing that no gaming YouTuber is ever supposed to tell his audience. I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Are you ready for this? If you are playing Dragon Quest VII Reimagined on normal mode, you're playing the game wrong. There, I said it. Don't worry though, this is just hyperbole. If you don't want that sweet, sweet grind, you know, the thing that JRPGs were designed to give you, you can play this game on normal or easy mode. And who am I, after all, to tell you that's wrong? But if you see as I see, then you see that Dragon Quest games are meant to be about preparing for the journey. In Dragon Quest 1 and 2 on the NES, you have to buy healing herbs. If you don't, you're going to be back in town in no time to stay at the inn and restore your MP. And you could only hold a small number of them. So it was always in your best interest to buy as many as you could before heading out. In this game, they have completely eliminated that. Now, all characters have access to a single item pool, and you can carry 99 healing herbs, brother. You can carry 99 of them. And not only that, but the game floods you with an ocean of the damn things. Before you arrive at the game's first actual combat stage, you'll find 15 healing herbs by exploring the towns. Why do they even bother having them for sale? Even on hard mode, I never ran out of them. When I finally arrived at Ballymaloy, I sold 10 of the 15, and I still never ran out because enemies drop them with fairly high frequency. I'd say you'll average about 1 every 5 battles. Now, we still have to see how this situation plays out over the course of the full game. But I really wish they'd make healing resources much more scarce. You don't have to go back to individual character inventories. Just put a limit on it. I personally would just remove all healing herbs from barrels and pots and enemy drops and make the item shop the only place you can get them. That would make the gold grind more interesting. Then I would set the max number you can hold at 6 or something like that. But aside from that one gripe, I've got to say that hard mode is just right. I believe the magic number here is 25%. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm just going off memory. But I believe that on hard mode, you deal 25% less damage, enemies deal 25% more damage, and you get 25% less experience and vocation points. or something like that. And that makes the grind exactly like it should be. In normal mode, you'll be one-shotting enemies on the world map, killing them without even entering battle mode in no time. It takes a lot longer to get to that point in hard mode, and that makes you appreciate that ability a whole lot more. On hard mode, the gold grind is perfect. You can fight outside the village a bit, sell some single files, and buy a couple equipment upgrades, but then you'll have to grind to buy all the rest. Guess how long you have to grind to get everything? The grind is exactly as long as it takes for you to complete the entire island. If you start grinding by going into the cave and picking up the green stone that you need, when you get back, you'll be able to buy 1 or 2 more things, and you will have found something better to wear while you were out. But you'll still need more money to buy the rest. So you can go to the tower and grind there for a bit. If you finish the whole tower, defeat the boss, and come back, that's the moment you'll have enough money to buy everything you wanted at Ballymaloy. What a sweet fucking grind that is. Because now you have 2 options. You can either just continue on with the story knowing that you haven't missed anything from this area. What a great feeling that is. Or you can go back into the tower and see how much easier it is to grind now. See how much less damage you take and what enemies you can now kill while staying on the field, and gain a couple of extra levels to get a head start on the next area. I hope the rest of this game turns out to be as great as the intro is. Overall, this is a really good demo. I do hope they go way harder on the puzzles, though. They shouldn't be easy. Puzzles should stop you in your tracks for a while. We shall see. Have a great day. This has been the legendary Zoltan.